It is, isn't it?
Alright, so E9S. Learning / relearning / minor panic.
I'll pop in. We're going on a coming of age road trip.
Wait, why am I in here?
Because you still need to get older? I don't know.
No, I refuse to age.
Well, I think that's a woman's prerogative.
Now refuses to age?
With enough filters, you can.
With enough filters, a middle-aged Asian man can look like a woman.
It's true.
I love the fact that the regalia turns from the center, so when you turn the car, it looks so stupid.
Yeah.
Finally, a change of theme.
So wait, where am I standing? John, where
Well,
were you?
That depended on the day and who I was subbing for, or filling for.
True.
You would probably be at 3.
Okay.
We'll have Brandon and Vixen at 4 and 2, and Miles at 1. Unless Miranda, you'd be more comfortable on 1 since you were used to going to the B side for healing. So since Miles has
Yeah,
no habits,
I can do 1.
Okay. So let's put the mark down and.
I'm the Quan. I'm in danger.
Yes, you are.
So just for points of references, Miles, you'll be at 3, so you'll be northwest when we say clocks. Go.
Stay on her hitbox
Yeah.
because she's large enough that if John's on his side and does an AoE and you're outside of her, he will not hit you.
Okay.
So
This is one of the few occasions where the tanks and healers rotate to their DPS partners rather than making the DPS move, so congratulations on that.
yeah, I'll come to you.
Because there's a clock positions and a partner's attack early on, where we either need to spread out because we're going to have splashed AoEs or stack to split some damage.
So first couple mechanics are she'll either glow from her center, and that's clock positions is what we'll call them. So you'll be at 3, I'll be at D, and we've got to not kill each other. And then if her little heads, the little golden heads thing glow, then we have to basically stack up with our partners. So she'll do one and then she'll do the other. Then there's Tank Buster, you don't have to worry about. The next mechanic that you really need to worry about is what's called Obscure Woods. She will change the arena and will go into like her plant phase essentially. They'll do a knockback and then we'll drop seed pods essentially. What you're gonna want to do is drop your seed pods. I don't want to pull her.
About like here, but on the north side of 3.
Yep. So you'll use your anti-knockback so that you can place it where you need to, and we'll call out when you need to pop you, but know where your surecast is. So you'll basically, you and I can't be too close because we'll kill each other with our seed pods, but you'll be kind of on the north side of 3, and I'll be on the west side of 3, about kind of where Bran and I are to each other, just kind of distanced out a little bit. If I need to adjust, I'll adjust. Just get where you're going and stay there, and I'll adjust to you. So in normal, you get tethered to a seed pod, and you have to break it. In Savage, you get tethered to a seed pod and a person. So you've got 2 tethers to break. So DPS will all, after we drop our seed pods, DPS will line up. Oh, how did we do this? DPS were south and
I think west.
west.
Well, most of the pugs we were doing, they were going either south or west, depending on
That's
the.
I just don't remember. So
I can't remember if we
Um,
went south or west or south and east for DPS.
it doesn't matter as long as we're all on
Yeah.
the same page.
Yeah, is that fine? I think we did it
tanks.
the other way. I think we did tanks and healers north and west, and DPS south
yeah,
and east.
tanks and healers are always D and A, like that on
Okay.
both sides.
So she'll do the big attack that will cover either the east and west or the north and south side of the arena, and whatever is the safe spot, you will be with the DPS on the other side of the boss. So say if the big plants are on D and B, north and south is safe. So DPS would be south and tanks and healers would be north. And we would run through the boss, basically crisscrossing each other, in order to break both tethers from the plant and tethers from each other. So we'll call that out.
Okay.
Hello. And then since you're on this side of, since you're on the west side, you're on my light group, essentially. So there's a mechanic that we're either going to be all the way at the, your range, you can pre-position, all the way at the wall, all the way out, and you will stack on me.
Okay.
If it's melee, there's a little bit of a timing issue that you can hit the boss more, but you're ranged. So she'll tether to a wall, and you just start getting to the wall, and it will always be on her right side, or looking at her to the left. So she'll tether to a wall, and if she's tethered to the north wall like she is now, you and me and Bran and Minyao will be on this side of her. If she tethers to the west wall, again, we'll be on this side of her. If she tethers to the south wall, we'll be on the other side. So however you think about it, under her right hand or on our left of her. Everybody thinks a little differently. Just don't be in melee range. You've got to be far enough out from her, and you want to be all the way up against the wall.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get there.
You don't have to be quite that far back, but it's probably best to start that way.
Oh.
There are other things after that, but let's see how that goes.
Remember my rotation. There's the main mechanics, though.
Here we go.
The death.
There will be
death.
death.
There will be death.
Where is food?
Fresh meat from the good ones.
This is melee. Make sure you're staying in close. That is clock positions. Next we'll do partners.
Is this the knockback or?
Not yet.
Yeah. Tank buster.
I'm a little away from it now.
What? You don't want to be assassinated?
No, as much as I love holding Minyao's hands,
I'll be here, and we'll be right about here for your knockback.
Okay.
Phase change. Ready for knockback. Hit your knockback immunity. Move move up just a little bit. Whoop. North and south. And run
Shit.
take off.
Well, I'm gonna die.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Got Monday.
Oh, I was too far in. I'm
This is a
being
trap.
It is.
Alright, shields on bash.
Let it go so we can move on.
Split.
So as soon as you see like the purple mist that indicates that the vines go down, you want to move because it slows you down. And so
Okay. The wall
You get-
is, we're getting to her right, we're getting to her left side or right, I'm sorry.
her right or our left, facing her.
Okay. On the
Uh,
side that she is facing, on the side that she's up against the wall. So basically,
So when you're running towards her, you will run to your left.
okay.
Or if it helps you, everybody's different as far as how they register things. I tend to like knowing which side when I'm facing them because honestly, I'm running to that wall. I need to be on the left side.
Okay.
But some people have a different.
Okay, so if she's at D and she's facing to B, I want to be on her right side.
Under her right hand,
Mhm.
or like I said, as you're running, you.
I go by what
running to that wall. Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
So, but yeah, as soon as the knockback goes off, and we drop our pod places, then you're gonna want to go to the safe spot immediately, because you will tether to the closest pod. And since you're going to be running north through the boss if you're south, you want to be tethered to the south pod to break it. If you're tethered to the north one and then you run south and then you run through the boss back north, you're just not going to break your tether.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, that was
so-
my.
Oh no, I didn't really explain that all that well. So as soon as you see it, that indication that it's going to drop, you're going to go, what did we say, west and north for tanks. So you're going to either go south or towards B. And you'll just hang out between the pods that are for south. There'll be pods placed here and here, pods placed here and here. So you'll just hang out between the two sets of pods to bait being tethered to here. And then all you'll do is run straight north until you might have to curve off to the side a little bit if you're still tethered. But just break your brambles and then wait for the AoEs to go off, and then she'll tether to a wall and you'll run to that wall.
Alright. Ready when you are. Go, shiny red rat.
This building doesn't seem very structurally sound.
No, but it looks like you're running through World of Darkness. Remember, like the pavilions that had the
Mm-hmm.
colors? Looks like I'm wearing one of those. And
It's
then the
been over,
Aurora looks
yeah.
like the path that you would walk.
They spent all the refurbishing money on LEDs.
But I mean, in World of Darkness, we went up to the big red orb. So
Alright,
it
I'll
looks like we're
talk
on
to you
a
guys
tripod.
later.
Night, Clary.
See you, Queen.
Okay. Good. He's gone. Say nice things about him.
Say
Probably-
one nice thing, Ren.
He is an amazing person who's there for everybody.
Okay. I didn't think you would actually do it.
He's been working on it.
Yeah.
Proud of you, man. Proud of
You
you.
go ahead and say something nice about Clary too, BJ. Okay, never mind. Okay, you just. Okay.
great taste in friends.
Kind of a self-compliment, isn't it?
I know, right? Partners.
Fox.
Dang, hostile? Dang.
No Peter.
Dang.
Knockback. Knockback. Okay, sorry.
Shit.
Lost friends if you need to. Entry lost. I'm going the wrong way.
I completely screwed that.
Not
Okay.
gonna work.
Nope, that was me.
I've got this
Oh,
backwards
okay.
in my brain because I keep flip-flopping the healers and tanks and DPS from how many times I did this one way or the other. I keep going the wrong way.
Pod placement's good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ran to the healers immediately, and then I was like, oh wait, I'm a DPS now.
Neither is gonna be the rest knock off.
Okay. Purple, the thing that slows you down drops first, and then you get a purple circle around your feet. You want to be at the boss when that purple circle goes off.
So, I'll just start saying move in. About the time, there's an indicator. It kind of looks like fuzzy mist, and
Mhm.
then the pod drops underneath you. When you see that mist, move into the boss, so you're not. I mean, you've noticed when you run through it, you start getting heavy. You start getting slowed because when you're in those pods, you have a 2-tick death. It
Oh,
bleeds
fun.
you fast. So it heavies you so you can't get out of it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And if you don't break the tethers, it pulls you back into it, and you die. So as soon as you see that kind of purple mist around you, move under the boss. And then all you have, then as you're moving under the boss, you just kind of look and see what's north, what's south, you know, what wall she's tethered to. She'll either tether herself with purple tethers to the east and west walls, and there's going to be a big AoE that comes from those tethers. So if she's tethered to east and west, north and south is going to be safe.
Okay.
And since DPS is prioritizing south, you'll go south.
Okay.
If she's tethered to north and south, then tanks and healers will be on the west side. DPS will be on the east. And then you hang out there until you see the chain, like the brambles show up, and then you just run. You run at the tanks and healers and past us, and we'll run at y'all and past you, and hopefully break everything.
Works for me.
I think I have that one. Another. But, I mean, the last time we were learning this, placing the brambles were hard. And we've gotten that fast, so now it's just move under the boss, and that should fix a lot of things.
I don't think I've got any of the Gale Cat minions.
Congratulations, you have one.
I mean, if somebody else wants it, they can have it. Or if it sells well, you can sell
Congratulations,
it.
you have one.
Congratulations, John.
And the weather restoration.
Yeah.
clock position. Timer stop.
Say Buster.
Hang.
I like when it falls off last second.
Knockback. East west or say. Oh, it's a little wonky on this side, so be careful when you're running through. Hop sprint if you need to. I am tethered to Oh, I made it. Holy shit. This side.
Oof.
Crouch on.
What just happened to you?
I got tethered to the wrong one.
It's
I
hard to
don't
soak
know
without a
how.
tank.
Come in heels.
I'm getting Marint.
Oh, right side cleave, or
Left side clear.
She slanted.
I'm gonna
so
basically
stay
spread
on
after
the
that.
east side and then get to your clock position, but somebody's gonna die. Got one dead. Yep.
I got nuked.
Fun story
Yeah,
about
I don't-
clock positions is there are 8. What are there? 7 people alive.
Yeah, there are always
alive,
8.
8 people alive. So at least one other person will be dead.
I don't know how I got tethered to the wrong one.
I'll get it the whole time. I'm sad.
Oh.
We lasted longer that time.
And so Miles, I saw you hanging out in the middle a little too long. Once the purple tether across the middle shows up, you need to be running south or east.
Okay.
It's a very, very quick
Okay,
snapshot.
so- okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Knockback attack occurs. There's a purple mist that drops the what I'm going to call brambles. Pods.
Yes,
Bramble
that's correct.
pods. Then you run to the center, and at that point, there's a purple circle underneath your feet.
No,
Okay.
no. What you're
so
looking
I-
for, what you're looking for is a purple tether that goes kind of perpendicular, sort of across the platform, either north, south, or east, west. And you want to run perpendicular to it.
What the only reason you move in to the under the boss is to prevent getting damage from the bramble that you were dropping. So you're baiting an AoE essentially.
Okay, so am I waiting for the tether to hit before I move to the center, or I'm
No.
kind of okay?
So when I said move in, it's just to get out of the bramble, but you should also, honestly, since you are either going to be east or south, when you move in, just move towards 2. And
Okay.
then all you have to do is adjust south or adjust east, based on where the safe spot is. So
Okay.
you kind of take a step in so you're not in the AoE that's dropping. But as
Yeah.
soon as what you're talking about, the purple thing under your feet, that is the moment you get tethered. That is the moment you get a bramble on you.
Mhm.
So you remember Titania. We all
Yeah.
tried to stay real close to each other so that you didn't have to move very far to break the
Yeah.
tether. Right?
Yeah, I remember.
It's the same thing. You want to be close to your group and the tether, the bramble that you're getting
Okay.
tethered to.
So I'm going
But if
basically.
you're too close to the other group, well, you have to run even further to break the bramble. And then you saw those big ass AoEs, so we want to minimize how much movement we're having to go to break
I'm just trying to understand exactly how the tether is working at that's the part I don't think. So I'm basically heading to 2 after the AoE drops.
Hang out around 2-ish because you're either going to be in between 1 and 2 or in between 2 and 4.
Okay.
So when we call out DPS East, well then you're between 2 and 1. And if we call out DPS South, well then you're between 2 and 4. So if you're hanging out at 3, well then that's further to go. But if you're hanging out at 2, all you have to do is take 2 steps.
Alright. Okie dokie.
Wait, Leo just logged in. We need to get him to watch the stream so he can tell us where to dodge.
Except there's a delay that won't work so well.
Turn off the delay. Get the delay out of here.
I mean, I don't have a delay, but it depends on how long the commercial is when he logs onto the stream.
He has to predict it then.
Yeah, he has to predict it.
Closing the window because it's raining.
Alright.
Let's give it a shot.
Death. Let there be much death.
And then, like after the wall thing, there'll be a cleave on one side of her, and then clocks or partners again. So you'll kind of make your way back to, since 3 is your clock spot, you'll kind of make your way back to 3.
But you gotta avoid the brambles.
Lock positions.
Partners?
Ow!
Let him die.
Tank Buster.
Should do it like Luna. Minyawasen!
Is that your name now?
I thought it was Mickey Isla.
Isla.
Oh god.
Mickey Isla.
That's what I'll start saying. Minyawa!
Just call you moron.
AoE.
Ready to knock back. Knock back immunity.
No! No,
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
I'm literally looking at the cooldown on Surecast. Oh my god. Damn you, server ticks.
There's no way around. Well, no way through. Talking mushrooms. Goodbye.
Hey, look, the edge. Whee!
And I'm not supposed to jump off the edge. Oh god. I choose my own death.
She
Hello,
shot
sheep.
me on the way down.
Good
Oh my
memory.
god.
Hello, kitten.
Yeah, so that knockback server tick can be kind of a pain. But it's when the flood of obscurity cast goes off. That's when the knockback is. So you should be good if you use it about the time flood of obscurity starts casting. You should have plenty long enough for it to last.
I'm just gonna have to hit it at the first start of the wind-up. Okay.
Because if you wait till it's right before it casts, there's that. Did you hit it before the server snapshot you or not? And more often than not, it's not.
God bless technology. Okay. Let's try this again.
We'll get there. This is kind of just for fun and hopefully for accessories, but just to keep doing something.
Cheetah says press the spacebar.
Shake the magic 8-ball. Reply Hazy. Die again.
Outlook positive.
No, my microphone is not a plaything.
I was wondering what Brand had on his shoulder. I realized a pauldron. That's a big ass pauldron.
Stole it.
Yeah.
He stole it from WoW.
It's one. Yeah, it's one WoW pauldron.
I don't even think it's one WoW pauldron. It's like half a WoW pauldron.
It's true. Nothing.
I'm pretty sure you could take a pauldron from WoW and make an entire Final Fantasy Paladin armor set. I don't mean that to be critical of WoW. It's just a very different art style. Partners?
I do though. I mean it that way.
Vinyawathan.
Well, you're a jerk, so.
True.
Yeah, but now you're just gonna take that.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I read them.
It's true, I heard it.
Ooh, that thunder.
Wow.
Wake me up when it thunders.
AoE?
Sayori.
Now be my thunder buddy.
No.
Yeah.
Let's get out just a little bit.
DPS south? Even further south than that, Miles.
Where you saw us group that, Miles, that's where you want to be.
I'm not dying.
Right, that is. We're right next to where we need to be. So, when you get up, don't do anything. We don't have range.
Out of melee, out of melee, out of melee.
Run for heals. And then, know where your spot is. Ours is kind of...
Ours is kind of holy shit.
Yeah, ours is kind of wonky, so be careful. Don't go through the... don't go all the way back to your spot at the risk of dying. So our side. Stay on our side. Clock. So stay at your clock position. Just stay, yeah.
What?
Goodbye, Minu. Goodbye, John.
I got hit by at least 2.
Oh,
Be out of melee. Put up to the wall.
That's not gonna...
Stack.
goodbye. There was no tank to save us.
Carry us, Ash. 66%. You got it.
I do not think so.
If it was 65, she would have.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
That-
55.
that's fair.
I would have just used my res, but I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah, so Miles, you want to be if you're supposed to run south, and there's a bramble, say here, and a bramble here, you want to be at least where Menyao is, if not a little bit further back.
Okay.
Because
so that's what.
the way those
The
those sorry, go ahead.
So that's what. DPS south. DPS south. That's where I should have been standing.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll either be south or east, and the reason for that is the 2 tethers that you get snapshot you to one of the closer brambles that you're close to, as well as one of the tanks or healers on the opposite side. And the longer those tethers are to begin with, the harder they are to break. But you also don't want to be too. If it's north-south, you don't want to be too close to the north because you might accidentally get tethered to one of the north
Okay.
puddles, and since you will be running directly north, you wouldn't be able to break that tether. So that's how that works.
Okay.
And same thing if it's...
East, yeah, you'll be running
East,
west.
DPS will be east and you'll be running west.
All right.
And then you don't have to swing back around and get to the other side. Just run to that side. If you need to curve this, run north. If you need to go west or east a little bit to break a tether that you're, if you're tethered to one that's kind of, over here, you can run north and a little bit to the west to break that tether, but then get back north because that's the safe spot. Because
Those AoEs are big. And sprint helps there. You can use it if necessary, although I sometimes save it for the second one because it seems like it's a little harder to get to the second one sometimes. So, we're getting there. And then so we do the brambles, we dodge the cleave and the either spread or stack mechanics, and then she jumps to the wall again. So we have that wall jump twice with the brambles on the floor. So, and then we move to something else, but we'll get there. Let's do it. Or in Ash's favorite language, allons-y.
I hate it here. It took me a second to process. I'm like, what fucking language is that? I'm like, God damn it.
Language of Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's the only reason I recognize it. It gets a pass just because I used to like Doctor Who a lot. I still like Doctor Who. I just haven't watched it in years.
It's gone downhill.
That's what I've been
Writer.
doing.
The writers did terrible.
AoE.
So they did an episode with giant spiders, so that did not like.
Partners.
Partners.
Lock positions. Tank Buster.
I may have not.
Did you already use your shortcut?
Yeah.
That's okay. Just beat in her hitbox, and then you have a second to adjust. So, yeah, that's where you and then aim yourself kind of towards the. No, in.
And then out. I'm in.
Knock
out.
back, knock back, knock back.
Then you'll get knocked back, and then you'll adjust to.
Oh,
and then
okay.
right about there. Yeah, you're good. East and west for safe. So DPS east. And then sweep off. Break your tethers.
Got it.
Get east-west. Perfect. Watch while she tethers to. Forces that one.
And be out of melee.
All
Oh,
the
I'm
way to
sorry.
the wall.
It's angle. All the way to the wall.
Ooh.
Out of melee. You know what? We didn't die. We take those.
We do. Those count. Be towards your clock positions as best you can.
Well, attempt as much as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
She's going to do a cleave on the side that's glowing. So Miles will
She's
move
not
to the other
moving.
side, and as soon as that cleave goes off, run back to 3. Run back
Clock
to
And then
positions.
clock positions.
So cleave and then clock.
clock.
TikTok.
Perfect.
I'm gonna jump to the wall again. This time it's gonna start with out of melee range.
Or go to her right hand, or
Stack with your group for the big hit. Nice.
and then for heals again.
Like we knew what we were doing.
It's going to be a tank buster, so you do not want to be north or south of the tank. That grabs the boss.
Let's see. Provoke. There. Y'all are see. Middle toe.
Fix him.
I don't
Fix
look
him.
out.
Vital no!
I got vital. I'll keep the tank up.
Tiles. You must be on your own tile. Never be on tile with somebody else. So we'll have to talk this through, I suspect.
Run around, Vital. Yeah, we go.
Oh! That grab's fascinating.
BN, BN.
Vital reset. Reset on my panel. Go back.
Oh. There you go, Silence Healer. Uh-oh. You just video?
So we'll have to talk
Go
this
onto
through.
my panel left side. Reset back to your panel, Vital.
Oh,
Clock
Fuck,
position.
jeez.
Oh,
Shield Samba?
Yeah, this one's gonna hurt.
I tried. I tried.
Wow.
Raised on a tile that disappeared, so my animation of like freezing was falling.
Say, like,
So
right
I
here.
saw the transcendent, like,
I could be wrong.
up and then immediately
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, let's talk
I
tiles.
can't do that shit on the fly.
I could, but I'm not used to it. I relied on Leo.
To start off with, the tiles are different than normal in that if any two people are on a tile, it will kill them. The tile will fall.
The tile will fall.
So what's going to happen is we'll start off kind of in our
Clock positions.
clock position. So you'll be at the tile at 3, I'll be at the tile in at D, so on and so forth. Just to do a little DPS on the boss. What will happen is John and I will drop back, Minyao and Ash will also drop back because the tiles there are tiles at A, B, C, and D, all the way out. All of the other ones fall off though. When I drop back for Cloud, what you'll do is you'll drop into my square. So if I'm on the square between 3 and 4, you will drop into that 3, into that square where I am to slow down the clouds. Because just like in World of Darkness, the more people that are in front of the cloud, the slower they get, and we have more time to DPS. So if you'll throw your dots or fester up on the cloud, that will help. Sometimes I have enough burst that I can get it down, but since I'm kind of over healing right now, I don't know that I have enough to get it down on my own right now. What's gonna happen is while we're DPSing down that tile, that cloud though, she does a look away, basically a mechanic that makes us shoot laser beams in front of us. So you can't look at me. You're right behind me and you're DPSing the cloud, but I'll swing off to the side and I'll be looking into the void, and you've just got to make sure that you're looking kind of next to me, but not in at the boss, because you could clip anybody else because it goes all the way across to the other side, and not at me. So just kind of like if I hang out on the right side of the tile, if you can kind of turn your character to the left. So, huh? Yeah. I'll count it down then. I'll count it down to look away from everybody. We can do counter. I thought Loki.
I think we went clockwise.
Okay, so Brand's behind. So you'll move into Minyao's.
Yeah, always helped me with my cloud.
Okay, I was thinking. Oh, Loki always.
Loki
switched
switched,
for that
yep.
one. That's why. Like I swear it was Loki. So yeah, never mind. Instead of moving to me, you'll move.
To Minyao.
You'll move between 3 and 1. So when Minyao drops back, you'll move in front of the north cloud, essentially.
Okay.
Minyao might not.
We can use waymarkers and map this out if we want to.
That's true.
Let's get in some practice. I think I get the general idea, but okay.
The main thing is though that you have to kind of wait for other people, and when we say reset, the tiles time out just the same way as they do in normal. So when you have a pink square around your tile, you're okay. Your timer's just getting low. So you want to start kind of thinking about resetting. All you have to do is step into another tile and step back into yours, and you've reset your timer.
Okay.
But again, you can't step into something that somebody else is. So when Minyao steps back, when I step back, when John steps back, and you move into another tile, that resets your timer. There are times when the tanks and healers will step out again and will tell you to reset, and you can reset your timer, just one square and then the other. But after the clouds come, after we DPS the clouds, you have to move back to your square because she does a donut attack that you're basically stranding your healers and your tanks out if you don't let us move back in.
So do we want to walk through this a little bit, or did I move all those for fun? Okay.
We haven't even gotten to the adjustment.
Yeah, because there's another adjustment part that we should probably talk to. So,
Okay.
like Men said, we start in our clock positions.
And melee range around the boss.
Miranda, participate. Thank you. So we have a little bit of time to melee or DPS down the boss. When the clouds pop out, tanks and healers will move out to their spots, and the DPS will rotate clockwise to help them if necessary. So Marianne may not need to help me. I usually have enough, like Men sometimes does.
Vital, you should be fine. Usually I can take it down on my own.
But again, just make sure that Miles, you stay on your square. Don't step on Minyal's square to help her, or she dies. So it may be that Minyal gets a few hits on, and then the cloud gets to you, and you get a few hits on. The cloud also moves faster if someone's not standing between it and the cloud of darkness.
That's why we rearrange like this.
Yeah.
So once the clouds are down, we go back to the original positions.
Correct. And then there's also that look away mechanic where we can't be looking at, because if I was looking like I am now, I would kill Men.
So if I were just to look to my
Yeah, if you're here and you just look out this direction, you should be fine.
okay, just as long as I'm facing myself away.
Yeah,
What's the?
stare out into the void.
But I do that every day. All
I
right.
got you real in here.
So we DPS down the clouds and then rotate back to our spots, because the tanks and healers need to come in to dodge the donut mechanic.
Yeah, perimeter beam is a donut, so Minyao will have to come back in. So you'll move back to your spot, and Minyao will come in,
And
and
then
we'll just
she cleaves one side. That's right. That's the next thing. Is that right?
one
So
of
she'll-
her heads will glow.
She'll either cleave D side or B side. So if she cleaves D side, that means everybody on that side's gonna die unless we adjust accordingly. So what happens is I move out, Marin, or how did we do this? Would it be Marin moving behind me or Vixen?
For what? When the sides were being cleaved?
Yeah. I think the motion was mostly on the north. So yeah, Marin would move to where I was. Minyal moves out. Miles, you come all the way across. So you would be in one, and Men's got to be. Same thing happens on the south, sort of, except Vixen, you don't have to move. Ash would move back, and Bran would move over.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then as soon as she cleaves, Men runs back, you run back,
It's gotta be
Okay.
fast
and
because
because mine will definitely show up as problematic. I'll move in. Ash, would you usually, I guess, give Vixen a little chance to refresh? I guess.
Oh no, yeah, I always do. Usually I'll call out for a
Yeah.
refresh. That's what I did with Leo when we were trying this.
If it's the other way, they're cleaving B side. Miles, you would drop in front of Men.
You'll drop in front of me.
Miranda runs all the way over. Minyao is now taking Marin's spot. And then I would end up here. Same thing, so that's kind of how it works. So it's most of the movements in the north.
I mean, Ren could drop back and I stay here.
I mean, that's true.
Pretty
For uptime.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my gold parts, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, the tanks are just standing back here like, okay, cool.
Shield lob, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we do that, and then we've got a little bit of time for DPS, and then there's a massive AOE.
That AoE hurts even if she doesn't get a cloud, so if you have Addle up right there, it's not
That'd
a
be
bad
great.
idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a huge deal. I've got Seraph up and John usually does his wings, but... the other thing about that is if you get raised and you have the Transcendent, that 3-second debuff,
Immunity.
or that 3-second buff where you're immune,
Don't touch anything until you get back to your square.
don't pop sprint, don't use any actions, don't go through the middle, that's still a death square. But you've got to get back to your square because you don't weigh anything. Like, that's the thing. If 2 people are on one square, the square drops because there's too much weight. You are immune and you can run through anybody's square until that buff runs off. So if John raises you, you GTF to your square. Don't pop any actions, don't pop sprint, just get to your square. Because as soon as that buff wears off, you're going to kill whoever square you're in. Okay?
Gotcha. 3 seconds to keep everyone from dying.
And like I said, don't go through the middle because
Yeah, because that will just kill you.
Red wire, blue wire! Shit.
John, did that get the fuck to your square?
It is.
Okay.
Good.
That's,
Alright.
That's fine.
See how it goes.
Couple more mechanics after that, not too much.
Meteors.
It's basically just a repeat of previous phases with like one extra mechanic.
Yeah.
added in.
Well, there's the triple cast and her
Now, triple cast isn't bad.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
meteors
that
is
part.
usually the problem.
timing.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's the hard part. For casters that are trying to get cast on.
What even is uptime on casting?
What's uptime?
Swift cast Blair.
No, Swift cast Dia, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Would Dia? I don't think Dia would consume Blair, or consume Swift Cast, would it?
Swift
Weird,
cast
but
Eden, obviously.
I hate it here.
let's cast sleep.
Turns out that's been the secret the whole time.
The email skills.
She's in her jammies. Kinda.
Oh.
Did we literally like
Over damage.
start attacking her as she got out of bed? Like she hasn't even had her coffee yet, and we're hitting
I mean,
her.
look at her hair. She hadn't.
Oh, she's so mad.
Yeah, bitch, time to fight.
Partners? That's why she's so mad. She hasn't had her coffee yet.
Fair.
I had a dark roast waiting!
Like, can we just hurry up and get you guys dead for my coffee?
Is it a dark roast because she's the cloud of darkness?
Yes. Also because dark roast is better.
Imagine drinking coffee.
I mean,
Right?
coffee with the right stuff in it is good.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Coffee with nothing in it is awesome.
I don't like bitter stuff, so I can't do coffee on its own.
This time without reaping. Okay, good.
Alright. You ready for knockback? Knockback.
Reasonable.
Oh, no, not yet.
What? I know, I
You good.
Pop it now.
It'll be east-west.
okay.
You're ready to move. Through the boss. Break your tethers.
Run for your lives.
And then back to the safe spot.
What's the jump?
Wide angle.
With your light groups. To the wall. Oh, get over here.
Did I? Run, Miles, run. No. Oh, I did. Oof. Oh.
Nope.
Well, never mind.
Out of
I
melee.
tried.
Out of
Out of
melee.
melee.
I got you.
Thank you. Got that part.
Wait for your plot positions.
Keep you on a Miles.
Am I in the wrong place? No.
There you go.
I'm not. Ash is in the wrong place.
Am I? Oh, my bad.
Left side cleave. And then clock.
Position.
Get you clock.
No, that's deep.
Get
My
to the clocker.
You're fine. I just don't want to kill anybody. To the wall.
Out of melee. Out of melee. Nice.
Back to your lock positions-ish, but there's tank busters, and don't be by
Don't be north or south.
Sure.
Pink.
Alright,
Alright.
here we go.
Tile face. Redoing the bathroom. Tile face.
Is that like the phase like all dads have? They go through their tile phase versus the deck that is the tiles.
Probably.
Dropping back the crowd. Oh no.
Look away.
Look away.
Come in for.
Nice.
Oh, vital. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Miles, can you move away?
I should have said something.
Yeah, call it out if you need to reset.
Refresh.
Got Ash.
Done.
Oh, shifting over. Shift over. Miles, shift.
Miles, come over.
shift.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming.
All the way. There you go.
Wait, how
Perfect.
how did that kill?
Shifting back. Shift all the way back.
Shift it back.
Again, I can't tell if I killed Bran
Lower
or
than Bran.
that was.
Heal.
Lock positions. Got it.
Living Dead is up on me, John. Do you have any?
Bam.
Vital, you're.
Yes.
Shift over. Miles. There you go.
I got it.
Oof. I think I killed you. I'm sorry.
I didn't get TBN up on Bran in time.
I did that because I usually put
No, you're fine.
a big heal up on that. Shit. Right?
I think it's Peter.
Wrong.
Aha, I was right.
Yeah, I have no idea how to tell for that.
I was like 1-ish. That's right. After the when we step in after we kill the clouds, if I remember correctly, we normally reset for the damage dealers for their squares.
Well, everybody shifts over, so your timer should be reset.
No,
when you
like
shift back.
like because I was in danger of falling before we even started the shift. Like I would step back, let Leo and Yaya reset their squares, and then I would come back, and immediately like the shift would start to happen, and then I would step back again if that was what was needed.
I just forgot. I just forget the timing right there.
Yep.
Everything was
It's been a while.
dead. So it's not hard for us the healers to step back and reset time. Just call it out because I haven't done this long enough that I forgot the reset time. If we get there again, she cleaves and she has 2 clones. You saw that. The only other mechanic is essentially meteors. I'm gonna kind of explain it, so if we get there, you know what
Yeah, that's probably a good idea because we're getting close to that.
So she'll do the bramble drop again, but there's no tether. She's not tethering to the wall, so don't wait to see if there's a safe spot. DPS go south, tanks and healers go north. And we'll get tethered to each other in the brambles again, but this time there's no safe spot. What there is, though, are meteor towers that we have to soak. And if any of them get missed, it's a wipe.
Of course.
So, Since the tanks and healers are north, we will run through the boss to the south, and we will take the south meteors. Since you are a DPS, you will be running north through the boss to break your chain, your brambles. Bran and Vixen will be on the boss. Essentially, the meteors make a big X across the arena. So melees, tanks, and melee will be on the innermost circle so they can have uptime. Healers will run all the way south and go to our respective sides. You and Marind will go north to your respective sides. So Marind and you just need to figure out if you're going to go on the outside meteor to 3 or on the outside meteor to 1. It's probably better if you stick with your since you're already at 3 and Marind's already at 1, you know which way you're going, but it's which figure out between you two who's going where. Alright, you're going to the one outside of 3 miles, and Marind will go to 1.
Alright.
Rand, Dixon, you know which one y'all are going to? Okay, and then Minyao and Ash, you know which ones you're going to.
Yep.
John, you're going to the one towards
Outside too.
you and-
Yep.
Okay. So, if we get there, you like I said, don't wait for if it's east or south. It will be south. We will be baiting south. Or DPS will be south. Tanks and healers will be north. Alright.
I simply think we should just kill it before second phase starts.
Oh, obviously hit
A
the
lot
forehead.
of- Yeah.
We just need like double DPS.
Alright, Battlebrand, Brandon Miles, you heard it. Step up.
No.
Let's go. Let's go, team.
Full
I'm actually gonna
send.
step down
Full
now.
send.
Food check, by the way.
I popped my ibuprofen. We're ready to go. Let's do this.
I'm actually gonna step down my
I've
DPS
consumed
as you asked.
my ivermectin. Let's go.
I have consumed adult candy.
I've taken my ivermectin to increase my horsepower.
I've swallowed my iodine, which is the new thing apparently.
Oh, I just.
Eventually the problem will
It's
take
time.
care of itself.
It's time to get salty.
Am I a terrible person to be like, you know?
Yes,
what,
let me go ahead and ask the question.
I can't anymore. I just can't.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard that iodine. No.
I mean, to be fair, if you die, so does the COVID. So, take that.
Partners.
Iodine, more like I died.
I'm gonna drink some bleach. Oh,
Clocks.
Wait, when do you think we're gonna get to the point where we're back at Tide Pods but from the other side?
Tank buster.
iPods eat us.
I can't wait for the bath salts to come back.
Oh god. What do you mean come back? They're still
God,
very much
Florida
active in
has
the city.
Florida has some fantastic bath salt stories.
AoE.
Phase change?
It's like a Florida man.
By fantastic, I mean what the hell?
I mean, yeah, but that's just Florida.
Next ability is the knockback. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep. And pop it now.
Popped.
Or be in.
Oh,
Haha.
North-south, so TPS south.
We
Watch which wall she tethers to.
Miles.
I did not. I did not see that either. Oh my goodness.
Anti-air?
Oh dear.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Echo is four. Alright, coming for heals. Kind of mosey back to your position.
Go on, Mosey.
Hey, Mosey.
I don't see most of y'all moseying.
I didn't say
I don't know
eat
how.
yourself.
Heat yourself to the wall.
Left side cleave.
Left side cleave. So
Yeah, you have to say yeet yourself to help John appeal through the zoomers.
And partners.
clock. So you and I will
Yeah.
both run to three.
Partners.
Oh, Miles, no.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
Good adjustment. Good adjustment. You did good. John, to jump to the wall.
Wide angle.
Be under her right side. Wow. So we've got to go
I'm running for my life. Just glad it didn't fall off the edge.
Out of melee, out of melee, out of melee.
And Yell's like, I could dodge that, or tank, whatever. It's fine.
What's the damage down, right?
Stay away from C for the love of God.
Yeah. Don't.
Be away from north or
If you
south.
if you like living, stay away from C.
I don't. Time to go help Ash.
Your funeral.
Don't get hit by the tank dogs. Here we go.
No, nobody
Alright,
would be coming to
incoming
me.
Kyle.
Alright, get to your clock positions. Going to tiles. You got a little short DPS section there. And then clouds.
I do not like this redecoration. Trading spaces will be notified and you will all suffer for it.
Dropping back to cloud. First.
Look
Ready to
away.
Look away in 3, 2, look away.
Pew pew.
Wow.
Move, please, Miles.
Moving.
Somebody
reset.
follow if you need a
Go back to
reset.
tiles.
Miranda reset.
Everybody in.
No, after that. This is when we reset.
Vital.
Alright.
Before that, just
Look
reset.
for
before
the
I come in.
cleave. I'm dropping back.
Miles
just
flipped
in front
over.
of me.
Head in Vital.
Ooh.
Brand, reset on the title because Vital's on.
Go, go, go. There you go.
Go back to your
Shift
title.
back. Shift back.
A title.
Alright, partner. So Miles, come towards me, but stay in your square.
Alright.
Oh,
We gotta share with social distancing. Stepping back.
Reset.
Stepping
It
back
says-
to reset. One of you and then the other. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's okay. I got you. Sarah,
Wings are up.
Surprised.
I got mine.
But that honestly, that still hurts more than some of the AOE's in.
And 12, yeah. Alright, the part that none of us are really good at.
Okay.
She's cleaving right.
One inch.
Here. This is my guess. Ah! I
Wait,
was correct.
what?
I trusted you, Moran. Thank you.
Faith well put.
Tank buster.
Invulns.
I have Benny. Right side cleave. Partners. And then left side cleave.
Death.
Partners.
Death.
Left side cleave.
Wow. No.
Miranda, if you can get one of the healers up. But
Run.
never mind. That won't work. Yeah, where's your dancer raise? Lap dance, come on.
I've been asking. I've been asking. Where? I
That'll
was
raise,
like,
that'll
come
raise
on.
something.
Yeah, well, I mean, Raylan, you learn about that when you're older.
Is it okay if I keep going just to show what the meteors look like?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sorry,
So,
me too.
knockback. You drop the
Goddamn.
brambles. DPS is south, and then there's the meteors. So you kind of see the X pattern,
Okay, yeah. I would
I'd
take
run to
one.
like
and you
this
would.
outside here.
And then you soak your
You're gonna soak your meteors and make sure you're not in a bramble.
But if you can't break your tether, sacrifice yourself on the meteor so that we all live and we can just resurrect.
Yep. The meteor is the most important part of that component.
If one person doesn't do it, we all wipe.
Questions about tiles? That worked pretty well.
So, just kind of a heads up. The if you and Bran both step into a square and it turns pink, just step right back out. There.
I tried. I didn't do it fast enough. It was me.
No, it's okay. But see, Bran did, and he was fine. It takes a second to snapshot that you're in the square, for the square to disappear. So you have time to step. If you both step in and both step out, you're fine. Just don't go that far into it. Just go just enough in the square to for the paint to disappear on yours and go right back out.
All these snapshots, you think they'd use digital by now?
Well, sometimes they're on your side, because like I said, it takes a second for that towel to fall, so you have time to get back in your square.
Just trying to make sure I didn't kill Minyo.
You did.
Appreciated.
It is appreciated. Good.
But just remember when you do move back into your square after the cloud goes down, to come in. Because there's a donut. So you're in your square to allow her to come in, and then you want to be right around the boss. Or several of us that got clipped there.
Right.
And then I used to have a thing I memorized to help with with her clones, but then I stopped doing it because Leo was always right. Now I don't remember what the trick was.
Okay, I called it right twice. So far. Watch me fail.
Do we have enough time?
We can do another couple pulls and then reset if needed, if people have time to do so.
But after meteors, it's just she'll repeat tiles phase, and it's the exact same thing. So
Yeah, meteors is really the only mechanic we haven't seen now. Well, I mean, seen with enough people alive to do it. I'm not used to wearing my glasses with my headphones anymore. AoE.
burners.
Fuck.
Buster.
Not even close.
Oh no, it was.
Not even close.
It fell off in the animation.
Nice.
Not even close.
Calculated.
AoE. Ready for knockback.
It is calculated for later in the fight.
Her risk is calculated.
Knockback.
Damage, you're good at math.
Miles B.
And
Miles. I'll drop it in the middle.
I'm not.
Okay.
also calculated.
More south.
The DPS south.
DPS south.
I don't trust
What was
the
that?
tick, so
I heard dishes clatter in the kitchen.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah.
He's just too good.
Um,
Wide angle.
light groups. Or light parties. Out of melee range.
And yeah, I'm so proud of you.
oh
I
wait.
did it right this time.
I got mouse.
I'm getting back into the groove of how I'm able to keep full uptime during that. It's all coming back to me.
AoE.
Don't do anything, Miles. Don't do anything.
That was
It'll
very.
be a cleave and then clock position. Or cleave and then clock or partners. So
Right side cleave.
right side cleave. You can stay in your clock position.
And then partners.
And then partners. And I'll move to you.
Nice. Wall jump.
Tethering.
Out of melee.
Much like Dancer Smash.
Autobot's really good, actually.
Come in.
My
Don't
opinion.
be next to the tank.
Vital.
Don't be north or south. Don't be north or south. Whee!
Go away, Vital. Just get away from me.
It's like I like you, but go away.
We're not doing this. We're not doing part 2.
Oh, I just blew all my ether back to DPS, which means I'm not going to be able to burst the cloud, which means Bran, I love you, help me.
And I love you, help me.
Dropping that. Look away in 3, 2, 1. Look away.
In for donut.
And then in.
Vital reset. Quick.
Reset.
Oh bullshit! I was out of that. Vital reset. Reset like as soon as you get a chance to,
Watch the cleave.
because that's way too tight.
Leaving
on
our
timing.
side, so shift over.
Ah!
Give me one more GCD. Bran, go ahead.
Shift all,
We can't.
all the way.
Okay, now
Yeah.
shift.
Okay, go, Miles, go.
Bran, get back to yours and Vital reset.
I got you, man.
Oh my god!
No.
I know.
Clock.
Not position, somebody else is gonna die.
It's a me.
Oh,
Tank privilege!
That
Okay. Somehow made it through. Sorry for the.
No, it's good. It's good. We got through. She is cleaving right.
out here.
I agree.
Aha!
back to your spot.
Okay, third order of darkness is just cleave, stack,
It's gonna
or clockwise, and then cleave.
She'll cleave one side, tank buster first. Cleave one side, then she'll do partners or clock positions, and then she'll cleave the other side. So make sure that you will be moving. It just depends on when. It'll be our side first, left side first,
This goes off really fast.
Then partners.
and then partners. So as soon as
So-
you see the animation, move to 3.
Yeah.
And then the other side.
Partners.
Partners.
Shift. Nice.
Clean.
And P back. Phase change. It'll be the same thing as earlier.
Yeah, you wanna-
except
you
there's
wanna
gonna be
drop
no
your-
AoEs, and you're going to bait.
You ready for knockback?
Oh.
Knockback.
Knockback immunity. Drop your brambles. There you go. CPS will be south. Tanks and healers north. And then we'll run through and soak your meteor.
I think I got the wrong side. Sorry.
Oh, stay in that meter. Stay in that meter.
Oh yeah, I got. Yeah,
crap.
I got the other meteor. And you know what? That was better. Progress.
Ugh.
That had to be my last one.
Hmm?
That had to be my last one.
You're very quiet. I can't hear you.
That was
That
the
had
last
to be
one.
my last one.
Oh, okay. Well, you've seen most of the fight.
Yeah.
We might pick another night to do this because I know Brand and Vixen, you're really trying to get those accessories. So we'll figure out
Thank you
another night for
putting
that.
up learning experience for
No,
me.
glad to. We've been meaning to teach this for a while. So, cool. Well, raid group tomorrow night. We'll be hoping to do some 12. It'll be a late start.
Why? Ah, die!
you learn very quickly to get that leave up very quickly. Especially with Miranda. So tomorrow night we'll do 12. Ash will keep us updated on when she can be home, but likely sometime after 8 Eastern, right? So like 8:30 or so.
Yeah, unless I can convince one of the RAs to come in a little early.
So, if you can, great. If not, then we'll hate you a little bit, but I understand.
No, I have a couple of contacts. I'll see if they know who's on duty.
I can potentially be here, but if Leo comes, I believe you'll have 8.
Well, so tomorrow night we should. So you were subbing in for Loki tonight. We should have the full 8 tomorrow night, and we'll be going into 12. But if we are short one, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So, cool. Thanks for running stuff.
Yeah, if you think 9 was throttling you, wait until you get into 12.
Yeah, it hurts.
The AOE's don't hurt as bad. Everything else does.
They always don't hurt as bad. There's just a crap ton of them.
Yeah.
It's attack AOE, attack AOE, AOE, attack AOE.
I still think it's really funny that Blood of Obscurity does almost as much damage as something from 12. Does more damage than some of the attacks from 12. Like Maleficum, I think it does more damage than Maleficum.
You may be right. I mean, it hits like a truck.
Or perhaps a car.
I hope you had fun, Miles. Thanks for subbing in for us.
That was not a problem at all. I enjoyed it. Thank you for putting up with Left's
Math panic.
foot dancing.
Well, I mean, you had to put up with us remembering how to do the fight, so.
Oh, no, you guys. It's a pity I didn't. That last one, if I had actually went to the right cardinal direction, we probably would have had it. Oh.
Chess. I learned how to do Leo mechanic.
Yeah, Morint has achieved this skill, and now he's DC'd.
That's true.
Yeah, he has too much power. USGP had to get rid of him.
You out for the night, Marin?
Unless you need me for something.
No? Trying to figure what I'm gonna do here.
Wait.
How are you trying to?
Yeah, I forgot I was in it. I couldn't queue individually for Leap of Faith with being in a party.
I was really confused for a sec.
Hmm?
I was really confused for a sec.
Yeah, I was queuing Ascent to T13. Obviously.
Oh no. Unstaying to my level?
Absolutely. With, 6 of us.
Okay, I've deposited Minyao on top of the market board.
It's a good place to keep them in, yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. That way
Night.
the predators don't get her. Well, I think I'm going to put the stream down here since now it's probably just goofing off content. Or maybe no content at all, who knows. So thanks for watching, and we'll be up again tomorrow night. Thanks.